It's May 15th, 2011, and Sony's CEO, Kazuo Hirai, pretty sure that's how you say his name, has issued a PSN relaunch announcement. By the time this video is online, I'd assume, well, right now it's like 2 in the morning, so it's barely May 15th, but I assume, by like noon or something today, by the time this video is up and live and everything, probably the vast majority of the United States will be up and running back on the PlayStation Network. And so I'll put the link in the description right there, so you can go ahead and check out his personal announcement to everybody. But I'm going to go over basically, I just got done watching it, and I'm going to go over pretty much the main things that what you need to know about the new PSN. So first, all he really said was that is that he was sorry that they've been working around the clock, which I do believe that they've been working that much on the brand new PlayStation Network because they had a lot to upgrade. They wanted to get it out as soon as possible and everything, so that's good, whatever. But apologies don't really mean much. So then moving on, he pretty much said that the network is being restored in phases. Now he didn't go too in depth into this, but he said that the first phase is pretty much done. So that the phase one, he said, includes signing up for the PlayStation Network, actually playing online with games that you already have on the PSP and the PS3. So now this is going to be back for the PSP too, not just the PS3, which is always good. And they have third-party things, like Music Unlimited, Netflix, Hulu, everything like that. That'll be up and running perfectly. Friends list, trophy comparison, even PlayStation Home. Pretty much anything that's pretty much already on your console, those features are going to work. But one thing that does not work yet, this is probably going to be like phase 2 or something, is the PlayStation Store. As of right now, and as in a few hours from now when everything's back up and running for the most part, PlayStation Store will not be accessible. You still won't be able to actually buy things, but like I said, anything that you already have, any like game demos or any games that you bought from the PlayStation Network, those will work and you will be able to play online with those existing games. So like I said, PlayStation Store will take a little longer, whether it's days, hours, minutes, seconds, millenniums, no one knows. And also, there's going to be a new firmware, 3.61. I think it's already out. I honestly haven't checked, but and they didn't really mention anything in the announcement. But I do believe 3.61 is out. You will obviously have to update to that to get on the PlayStation Network. And also, one thing, you will have to change your password. It's a requirement, and that password can only be changed on the exact console that it was created on, or through email validation. So anyone that already has your password can't change it. So it's only you. They're pretty much making sure that it's only you that can change this password. So, like I said, PlayStation Store will be back up soon, but for the most part, everything's there, and you will have to change your password to sign on. And now, the next thing you brought up was actions speak louder than words. They want people to trust them, again, with all their information that you trust Sony with. And that's true, actions do speak louder than words. Those were exact quotes from this guy. And I'm glad that he brought that up because it is true, actions do speak louder than words. Pen is mightier than the sword, all that other stuff. And so, next he basically went on saying that they've greatly, he emphasized greatly, upgraded the data security systems. Now this includes advanced security technology, which is always good, increased levels of encryption, so it's harder to actually, get in and see their stuff, additional firewalls, again, just harder to get past, and early warning systems. Now this is probably, in my opinion, the biggest thing of all these, is that early warning. So if someone is on the network, then the network will let Sony know that something unusual is going on, and that should give Sony enough time to really get in there and find out what's going on. So that will really help a lot. And so now they pretty much just brought up that, if you do fear that you've been a victim of identity theft due to the PlayStation Network's hacking, you don't really feel secure, they will enroll you in identity theft programs with no cost. So that's very good to know that they are taking this seriously. Personally, I haven't been affected. I rarely even use PSN. I know that doesn't really affect the odds of someone getting my number or not, but I don't really think it's a big deal. I've changed passwords and stuff, so I think I'm all set. And now they made a point at the end, well, I really shouldn't say they, I should say he made a point at the end that cyber threats will always exist, and I could not agree with this more. I'm kind of quoting from myself here, that for every engineer, there is a reverse engineer. So there's always someone that's willing and ready and just waiting to take an engineer's code, whoever's code, reverse engineer it, make it do what they want. And that's true, that will always exist. There's those kind of people will always exist for as long as computers exist, and that doesn't include just the PC. That includes Mac, a cell phone, a PS3, a Nintendo Wii, Anything that has, that has a USB port or anything, any sort of computer will always be hackable. Always, any network, everything will always be hackable, and it's just, people's job to make it as unhackable as possible. And that's what Sony did with the PS3 in the first place. They did make it pretty unhackable. I mean, it took them 5 years. Now, granted, the PS3 used to do everything. Like the ads, the PSN only does everything. It used to, and that's when it started. When Sony started pulling those features, which I still don't agree with. I don't think they deserve to have their whole network brought down for it, but no, it's when those features started disappearing that people wanted to hack it. That's what gave the ambition to hack it. There was no need to hack it before, because you could install Linux, you could play homebrew through Linux, and Sony didn't have a problem with that until randomly they pulled that feature, and that's what made people mad, and made hackers prove that, we can do this. So, honestly, this whole thing is, in a way, Sony's fault. They don't have the right to pull advertised features. I still do want them. I think the biggest gift of all, out of all this, would be to have other OS back. But then again, that's what the hackers want in the first place, and I don't think they're going to give that to them. But who knows? And the last thing they brought up was that in order to show their gratitude that people have been patient, and they know they've been frustrated, they're going to give them a welcome back package. Now, he did not mention anything about this. He just said that it's coming soon. So I don't know whether they're going to give everybody $20 free on PlayStation Network, whether they're going to have a few selected downloads, maybe a free game for everyone. No one knows yet. But he said that, they're confident that, you'll actually enjoy being on your PlayStation again, that they want to make you guys trust them again. So that's pretty much, and then after that it just ended. So that's pretty much it. There's words from the boss's mouth himself. I'm sure this video will be everywhere, but like I said, the link is right there. Go ahead and click that. You can watch it for yourself. But these are just the main updates to that video, so that's pretty much it. I don't want to bore you guys too much. So, yeah, I'm at CPU Kid on Twitter. If you have any questions, contact me there. Also, check out itechcity.org and at itechcity on Twitter. And I guess that's pretty much it. So, before I start rambling, thanks for watching.